Hi Aquarius, my name is JD. Welcome to your October reading. We've got the Halloween vibes happening. First up, I just feel like saying, man, am I glad to see you guys. Like, that just keeps going through my head. Like, I'm like, I have to say that to Aquarius. It's like that's the message. I don't know, it's me, but it's also, I think other people are going to be like really glad to see you, like connect with you. Could be over the internet, could be in person. It's like, man, am I glad? Am I glad to see you? Let's do energy card. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Guys, this is not going to be an easy month. Not going to lie to you. There's a lot happening. We've got the Mars retro that's still happening until, you know, the end of the year. And it's about channeling that frustrating, restrictive energy in a positive fashion. And we're getting better at it. The nice thing is we have a Venus in Virgo thing happening, Venus in Virgo, and so that's going to be adding some harmony, and it's going to be just sort of lightening the mood and bringing in some more peace, which is going to be really nice, sort of allowing us time to sort of sort things out a little bit more. We have a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, which is going to be full of transformation. It says, do not fear the unknown. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling, Aquarius. It's this fear that's returning, or these like old habits or a negative thought form. It's like suddenly it's like questioning your transformation, and there's just no time for that, Aquarius, because you know we're going into the age of Aquarius. But remember, as soon as, like, before the birth, it's like I can't do it, and then the birth, or it's like the egg is like, I'll just stay in the egg. I feel like we used this analogy last month, but it's like, do I just stay in the egg? It's fine in here. No, you got to crack through the egg. You got to get out there and be the lizard or the butterfly. No, they come from cocoons. The turtle or whatever it is you are. You got to get out there, because there's a whole other life after that. And so we're at that stage now, Aquarius, where it's like, you know, we're going into the age of Aquarius, so everyone's feeling it, you know, but especially you guys, where it's like, okay, this is it. No, I can't do it. And it's like the fears of the thing, and it's like, oh yeah, you can, and you're going to, and you know, this is like that test, because we've got the Mercury retrograde happening in Scorpio, which is the emotional stuff, the deep transformation, difficult stuff. This is need and necessity. And this, because there is so much happening, and you're tapped into all of these timelines and cosmos and dreams and spirit realm, and we've got the veil, which is going to be super thin because of Halloween. The last 2 weeks, even pretty much this whole month, it gets pretty real. You know, it's like you'll see orbs, or like, was that a fairy, or like whatever it is, but or you'll hear something, or see lots of synchronicity, or you know. And I mean it specifically for you, Aquarius, because this is sort of your natural ability all the time, but it's going to be heightened. You know, people that don't ever see this stuff are going to be noticing this stuff this month, especially because we have a blue moon happening on Halloween, which is rare. And so it's going to be major transformation for the entire collective. So what I feel with this card, with need and necessity, is this need to clear out that which is no longer needed. And this can be in your physical space as well, because that really helps. You know, it's like the art of tidying up. You like take away some items, and then you get more in, and it's like that sort of thing. But it's like, it's going to allow you to just sort of clear your mind a little bit, you know, just clear out that energy of things that aren't needed, and then you're able to see things, you know, in more perspective, because you're going to be gaining a new insight, new perspective, because of this Mercury retro in Scorpio. It's going to be bringing in new truth, new revelation, new clarity, and you got surrender to the flow. And this is very much, look, the lucky lady beetle, and this is we've got Jupiter going direct, and then this is, you know, things flowing. It's like things are going to be start going in your favor, rather than pushing through and, you know, forcing things that don't want to happen in the Mars and Aries retrograde. Jupiter's going to be like, well, that's because we wanted this to happen. And you're like, oh, okay, awesome, right? 444. Angels are going to be blessing you, Aquarius. And you are going to have luck this month. Let us see from the Earth deck. The song that I hear quite clearly is the David Bowie song. Time to face the strange changing. It's that changing. You're changing, Aquarius. Because you're not going to let those fears hold you back anymore. You got forest and breathe. Because the energies are going to be really intense, let's all just take a moment to do this. Let's do it right now. Ready? Oh, breathe with a song. Oh. Okay, I'll be serious. So in through the nose. Ah, you can do a sigh, you can do a you know, and all of these things to just move that energy. Physical exercise as well. Yoga is great. You know, if you want to lift weights and breathe it out that way, but it's really about moving that energy through breath as well, and also for the purpose of calming. And you've got Milky Way perspective, because that's what's happening. It's going to be a new perspective, Aquarius. This month is going to be like, it's like not easy, but some of the signs are going to be dealing with it a lot more difficult. You're really good with this stuff, so you're like, all right, like, I got this is not fun. Like, it sort of feels like a little bit of weight on your shoulders, but like, okay, I'm still swimming, you know what I mean? Yeah, this new perspective, and you're ready for it, you know, but this new perspective is going to be like, it's sort of about time, you know. It's funny, I feel like we have 2 full moons this month, and I feel like by that second full moon, which is like literally on Halloween at the last of the month, you're just going to like have this new insight because of this clarity that's coming through, where it's like, and this could be, you're just like, the decision's going to be clear. Could be new relationship, like, because I've got that song Blue Moon, obviously because of the blue moon, but specifically for you, where I think that song's about like new love. You knew just what I was here for. Blue moon. And yeah, but it's like you're going to be receiving this clarity, so you're going to know exactly what to do, because right now you're in this indecision, which way to go. The past is going to be calling. And it's really funny because I'll tell you a personal story. I just shared with Scorpio's reading that because it's Mercury retro in Scorpio, you know, the past, you know, it comes back in different ways, and it could be a phone conversation, it could be, you know, somebody that wants to meet up with you, it could be through dream space, which is highly likely because of the full moons and also the transits that are happening, but it could be things like symbols. And I was saying to them, you know, you might see somebody that used to know their name, and then I realized I've got this like vitamin E cream here with Jason on it, and the book here, the Micronutrient Miracle by Jason. And I used to date it. My first boyfriend was Jason. So I'm like, there you go. That's the 2 names in front of me. And that's exactly what's going to be happening. Is like, you'll see names and you're like, okay, why is that coming up? And what have I got to heal there? And like, you know, what we have to heal is generally always forgiveness. Forgiveness of the other, forgiveness of self, and just sending out that love. You know, that and to self as well. Like, and maybe a new perspective of it. Like, okay, well, you know, it's not always an easy pill to swallow. It's not always an easy journey, but it's like we learn, we evolve, we transform, we grow, and we fly like the phoenix. And, you know, I feel like this is going to be, you know, these honest conversations are going to be coming forward, and it's taking you out of this place of indecision. Right now, we've got envy, you know, and I feel like Aquarius, it's like, I feel this can be in 2 ways. This is like you being like seeing, I don't feel like it is. I feel like it's envy coming in towards you, but it can also be you looking, saying, you know, envious of how life should have, could have been, you know, of envious of like different timelines. Why aren't I, you know, doing this right now? You know, Why aren't I in this relationship? And also, and what I'm really feeling with this is just sort of protecting your energy at this time, because there is this envy around you. People want to, because you are so in tune with the spiritual world, and it's like, yeah, I would just be like connecting to heart and just knowing we've got anxiety here as well. This is that mind stuff. I don't like how it feels at all. This feels like this outside influence. Who else got this? Libra. Libra got envy as well. Pretty sure it was Libra. I think Libra and Scorpio both did. Where it was like negativity coming in, or people sort of putting their judgments on a situation, or wanting what you have, you know, trying to take from you what's rightfully yours, you know. But it's like you don't want to be in this place of anxiety, because, you know, what is for you cannot be taken. But yeah, it just feels like there's these fears returning, and I don't like it. I'm going to draw here from this Passion deck, because the energy is quite intense. Honestly. Yeah. Strength. That's what you need to do. It's like fighting this beast of envy or doubt or fear. You're like, we're done. We're done here with this fight, because, you know, she is victorious. She's victorious over her fear, and she's back to this place of heart-connected peace, love. Let's do a message from this lovely spirit deck. And then we're going to do your tarot. I'm interested to see what's going to come up here. I'm in your tarot. For Aquarius. Yeah. People see this transformation in you, Aquarius. That's where the envy's coming from. You know, sometimes people can want to like hold you back to the past timeline. Improving health. But you're like, no, I'm going to go on this path. The thing is, like with the indecision, it's so funny, because that was the message that came through, and then you got the indecision card where it was like the two paths. The message that came through was, no matter the news or the message, you're equipped for any path, you know. And so it's like, whether you receive this insight or, you know, information that whatever it is, it's like you can deal with it, and you're equipped for that path, whichever way is bringing you freedom. It's like, this moment of like eureka, like, yeah. It says you're ready. Libra got that as well. And communicate clearly. Yes, this is the month of communication. And for some reason, we're all going to be struggling, because it's Mercury retro. And that's why the message is here to communicate clearly. Just really take your time with what you want to say. And don't be like, you know, like with the anxiety card, it's more about, you know, staying in your light and like, okay, how am I going to communicate this? And just taking your time, you know. Okay, let's get into your tarot here, Aquarius. And then we're going to draw a message from your beloved, and also from the Goddess deck and your spirit animal. So yeah, it's astrologically, it's meant to be like one of the toughest months of 2020. I know. But I feel like, you know, Aquarius, you're gonna be doing okay. Like, it's, you know, it's not easy, but I feel like you got this. So, yeah, Seven of Pentacles. I really like this card, and I've not drawn it from this deck before, but that's just so beautiful, the art on it. There's like Saturn, and she's falling. So the Seven of Pentacles is sort of showing like falling prey to your fears, to your doubts, and sort of feeling like things are out of your control. You're just free falling and like, oh, I'm going back to how things were, I guess. And Saturn is like, Gonna sprinkle some magic on you here. SARS, not gonna happen. You're gonna be divinely inspired and guided. The cosmos has your back. And I just feel really strong confirmation from Spirit right now, Aquarius. It's really beautiful. And also the full moon at the end of the month the blue moon is in Taurus, okay, and Taurus is led by Saturn. So again, it really feels like the culmination of this month is just like you're set, you're good. And yeah, it's really nice. Five of Pentacles is your present situation, and this can be sort of, that's the same sort of thing of like maybe obsessing over your thoughts, feeling a little stuck, not knowing which way to go, feeling like it's difficult to communicate, like there's a blockage, like I'll just stay in here where it's safe because at least I get me. You know, but it's like, this is like the best thing you can do is just take that time to, you know, work out what is it that I want to say, you know, and then proceed methodically with communicating, and know that you're not alone because of Mercury retro, okay? But also the universe is wanting you to reassess your communication. Mercury retro doesn't mean hide away, don't communicate with anyone, you'll probably get it wrong. Mercury retro means reassess, reevaluate, look at things in a new way. And because it's in Scorpio, it's looking at the emotional, okay? Looking at those deep feelings, and this can be in your relationships. It can be like, how do I feel about my work? How do I feel about what I contribute to the world? Am I living my soul purpose? Am I communicating clearly with my loved one? You know, do I express myself like my true self? Those sort of thoughts, yeah. So like that's sort of what this month is allowing us to do, and it really, because the first full moon in Aries on the 1st or 2nd, depending where you are, is gifting us with this like really independent way of and courage of communication. So that's going to be really nice. The hidden influence is King of Swords, which is wonderful because this is basically you have the key to your soul's, you know, palace. It's like you have the ability, Aquarius, to dream in your desires, okay? And this is the hidden influence. It's like you might not be seeing it, but by the end of the month you're going to see it, okay? It's going to become known, it's going to become clear, okay? Because it's not going to be hidden anymore. There's going to be truths revealed in October, and this is really beautiful because this is you in your power as the King of Swords, saying like, I'm creating my dream, you know? Wow. The obstacle is strength in reverse. That's it. You know, not falling prey to that lack of strength. You're going to be turning this upside down. Like, this is the obstacle you're going to overcome. All right. You're going to stand in your strength. And you can literally do physical exercise to help you identify with that feeling of inner strength as well. But this is like using mantras, you know, like, I am strong. Very simple, but very effective. Like, look in the mirror. I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. You know, like whatever it is you need to do to recognize that inner strength of how far you've come, how strong you are, you know. And it's like nobody else is like you, Aquarius. Okay, you're you. The world needs you, your strength, your independence, your view, you know, your creativity. Yeah. So the Ace of Swords is the attitude of others, which others are basically, they see you as inspiring, okay? The attitude is or they're going to be inspiring you. You know, this is divine insight. People are going to find what you have to say really interesting. And that's a really gorgeous card for that to be in, because the last two readings, the attitude of others are just like throwing shade. So that's nice. The attitude of others is really supportive. It's like, wow, you know, really, you're really being valued at this time, Aquarius, and that's gorgeous. I love to see that for you. And then you got what you should do, Page of Wands, which is go forth, Aquarius, you can do it. This is, you know, okay, this looks fearful. This looks like the forest. Oh, there's a shadow over there. Is it? Oh, it's just a shadow, you know, and recognizing that it's just a shadow, because, you know, here is the fireworks, it's the celebration, it's the joy, it's going through those fears negative beliefs, doubts in the mind, to come to this place of just celebration of, you know, when you watch fireworks and you're just like, wow, like it's always a surprise, like, you know, every firework is just like, how's it gonna be? Oh, cool, like, you know, and that's what you should do, is expect to see those fireworks, okay, and walk through that. Any of those fears or doubts, just drop them, let them go, you know, you walk through those shadows. Beautiful. And then you got the Nine of Cups as the outcome. It's in reversed, darlings. So what this is saying is just keep dreaming and believing in your power and strength, and also being grateful for your blessings, because you've created this, you know, it's just you're not seeing it. Yeah, it's like you're not noticing the blessings that are around you. That it's funny because other people see them and you're like, I know it's a blessing, but there's this to worry about. And you're like, everyone else is like, yeah, but you're so inspiring, and like, this is, you know, how do you manage that? Like, you just look like you're levitating here, and you got this connection to source, and you're just like, yes, but so, you know, the message is like, you know, I recognize the magic in my life. I appreciate the magic in my life. I am blessed. Yeah, I am blessed by the magic in my life. Okay, Aquarius, let's get a message from your true love. Let's see. It is going to be a very passionate month because of the two full moons. First up in Aries, and then, well, now I feel like I didn't shuffle them properly because the two same cards came out for Scorpio. So I sort of want to draw it again. I'm going to draw it, I'll read these, but I'm going to draw you another one. This is my beloved. It says, though we, and I mean, I shuffled it, but I just feel like, you guys know what I mean. And maybe you are in relationship with Scorpio. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yeah, I just like felt like these major shivers in this lake. My head was like, I feel like that is actually for you. And oh my gosh, it was 2-2-2-2 when we said that. So that is for you. I'm still going to draw a third card, but that was for you. Confirmation. And friendship, which is nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. That's gorgeous. Okay, one more card for you, Aquarius, here. For Aquarius is love. And then we'll do your goddess card and your spirit animal. Whoop. See? This one. So pretty. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our life. All will work out. And look at the moon. Amazing. Yeah, it's like letting go. You know, it's like there's these paths, but it's like you're not attached to any of these paths anymore. You know that, you know, home is in your heart, and you know that the strength, you know, it's your dream. It's gonna be beautiful. Yeah, surrendering to the flow. Wow. Let go and all will work out. At times we must surrender the old. That's the message too that we were talking about. Surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Like even with, you know, items in your surroundings, like just putting them to side. Like you don't have to throw them out. You maybe just put them in a cupboard for now. Like just like making space for this clarity, because it really is going to be a month of clarity, and it's really going to allow you to know what your next step is, because you're letting go of the old, those old habits, old addictions, old beliefs, toxic relationships. Goodbye. And then you're going with the flow of that connected to heart. New dream. Your spirit animal is the crow. I love the crow. I'm going to read from the book. I don't know if you guys know Canuck the crow. He's the most adorable crow in the world. And he went missing like a year ago now, and I just always send my love to him because he was this adorable, really charismatic crow. It's like a superstar in Canada. And whenever I see that card, I always think of him. He's really been in my mind lately. I guess it's because it's been a year. Spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. The crow has been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and the future. I have a little moth in here. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. That's it, Aquarius. It's really about just like clearing the mind, and then it's like allowing you to be in flow with your magic. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. When in balance, psychic, strong, and clear. When out of balance, ungrounded or hypersensitive. To bring into balance, daily meditation practice. It's really going to help. Even if it's just a few minutes. It's amazing, like if we dedicated time to meditation, to, you know, it really does help. But just even just those few minutes is really grounding and just sort of sets you in the right path. Fairy message and then a goddess card. Oh my gosh, this is maybe the longest reading ever, Aquarius. What have we done? It says you are inspired and key to success, and be gentle with yourself. No more of this anxiety and you're just going to clear. You're just going to go with the flow. You're just going to know that you are strong. And I'm going to draw your goddess card. Okay. Oh. Iris, she who changes. You know, and Iris, she who sees. It says transformation, change, and enchantment. All about it, Aquarius, all about it. This is going to be a major month of transformation. And really the key words are transformation and change. In our communication, you know, in our view of the past, in past relationships. That was the other message, darlings. I knew that's why I couldn't let you go, because I had to give you this message as well. It was out of sight, out of mind, okay? Because there's things that are just, you're thinking about, even if they are out of sight, they're like, you're still like worrying yourself with the past, like, okay, I got to do this, but I'm really worried about this, you know? Like, and this happened 10 years ago, but now I'm worried about having to get these paperwork, but I'm still concentrating on this event. You know, and I know I shouldn't laugh because it's serious stuff, okay? And I guess I'm laughing because I have moments like that, Aquarius. I do. So I feel like we all do, but specifically for you, the message was out of sight, out of mind. And so to really focus on like the now, just because you have this like view, you know, and you can see, and because it's this really strong, intense month and the veil is thin, what's going to be really helpful for you is, yes, meditation, and also just like focusing on the now, okay? And if that means like clearing space, and do it, or if it just means like, okay, I am focusing on this butterfly here, and that is what I'm putting my focus on, because I'm going to draw that butterfly, or I'm thinking about, you know, how I'm going to help that butterfly, whatever it is that you're working on. Do you guys know what I mean? I feel like you know what I mean. Rather than like being connected to all these other timelines at the same time, this is a really important month to just draw that ability of yours in a little bit, to just be in this now. I won't say that to you always, but just this month, just be like, you know what? I'm just going to be here, I'm going to be good. Yeah. I love you, Aquarius. Thank you so much for adding your magic with the thumbs up. It really does help. And check subscribe if you want to get the notifications to be here in November. And I'm Adalens. We'll see you soon. Ciao for now.